Clay County. We're on the campus of Oakleaf High School for the Clay County Coach of the Month, presented by Chick-fil-A of Middleburg. I'm being joined today by head coach Chris Floyd. Coach.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on being selected on the August Coach of the Month.
Hey, man, that's quite an honor.
Yeah.
Quite an honor.
So, Coach, you transitioned over, right, at the end of last year.
Yes, sir.
And you transitioned over to the head football coach at Oakleaf High School. Tell me a little bit about that transition. Tell me how it's been being the head football coach here.
Oh, it's been, really easy. I want you to imagine, I think, the best coach in our school would probably be our principal. So this was one of those times I could sit down and listen. So many great coaches, so many professionals that have great programs. To be a part of that is quite an honor.
Absolutely. And that's just cool when you have a leader like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yes.
And you can see it just trickle down through the whole school.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You can go to him with film. You can go to him for advice. Principal Boyack is awesome.
Talking about success and talking about leadership and all those things. Since you've came over, all you guys have done is win. So you win the spring game. You win the fall classic. Well, I guess it was a jamboree. You play two teams.
Yes, sir.
And then you play Orange Park and Fleming Island. You guys are 2-0. What do you feel like has led to that success, Coach?
The entire community. I talked about the staff and the coaches and our administration here, but this community, man, absolutely. Those games are electric. It is hard to lose in a situation like that. And far as I can see, it's like that all over Clay County.
You told me about that, when I came over for the game
Yes.
this week, and you didn't just mention Oakleaf, you mentioned all Clay County, and that stood out to me when I drove home. That really resonated with me. Big time.
It's the Clay County feeling. It's because it's not like just kids on the field playing a football game. You got communities that are. It's really a good time for everybody.
Yeah. All right, Coach. So clearly, you guys you're having success on the football field, which led me to talking about winning. You winning that Jaguar Coach of the Week. What an honor.
Yes, it is. It's you can never do it enough, man. It's especially in a game like that one. Secret. And I've been around for a while. Coach, I had never beat Fleming Island.
Yeah, okay.
All my years at the beach,
Yeah.
we've never beat Fleming Island.
Yeah.
So it was really a first timer for me Friday night.
And I tell you what I noticed, though. What I noticed is when they presented you that check, I told you this before, I'm always paying attention to things like that. It was important for you to call your other coaches and make sure they were behind that check. Make sure they were there to get that recognition.
Yes, sir. That's probably, besides the community and your administration, you have to have a staff. And my staff is unbelievable. From the guys that I inherited here from Oakleaf have been super. And the guys that came over with me from Andrew Jackson. Coach, without a staff, you can't do so much.
That's exactly right. Well, Coach, clearly you're making an impact in the school, and it's showing on the football field with you guys' success.
Thank you.
So listen, besides talking about all these wins and the success you guys have had, something that's important to us in Clay County is the student-athlete experience.
Absolutely.
And I know you guys are doing an amazing job here. Let's go talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Clay County, we're back here at Oakleaf High School for the Clay County Coach of the Month. And again, I'm being joined by Coach Christopher Floyd. And I can't thank Chick-fil-A of Middleburg enough for their sponsorship and making this happen. All right, Coach, we talked about the success on Friday night and the amazing start you guys have had. But as I transition and talked about what we're going to come over and talk about is the student-athlete experience. So our mission is to provide the best student-athlete experience.
Absolutely.
Emphasis on best, right?
Yes.
And so when I hear about the things that you guys are doing here, clearly you're doing that. Clearly you're providing these kids that's something special, in my personal opinion.
Yes, sir.
Specifically, you know what? I want to talk about the trips you guys have taken.
Yeah.
So when I hear about you guys going to South Carolina and UCF and Charleston Southern and Mercer, tell me about these trips, Coach, and maybe what's the motivation behind taking these trips?
Well, one, to get the kids away from home a little bit, and bond with them. And I like to see them in their own element, as well as you want to expose them to what you want them to get in the future. Every one of those trips have a purpose. For example, UCF, they run the best indoor camp for conditioning, because we like to take that one right before we get into summer ball. And so it's just seeing them out of their own element, seeing them in their element, and just kind of sit back and just observe and spend time with them. It's a lot of fun.
You're exactly right. And so, I hear you talking about giving them exposure. So this is what I know. I know if you're going to be successful and kids are going to play hard for you, they need to know that you love them.
Right.
And how do you show that? I think you show that through student athlete experience by taking them on trips.
Absolutely.
And saying, hey, look, you're doing all these things for me.
Yes.
Here's what we want to do for you.
Well, Coach, every student athlete is not going to be a collegiate athlete, and so high school football is a wonderful tool to, and so just because you don't go play college football, that don't mean I can't put you on a college campus and let you experience it and see it, and they deserve that.
That's exactly right. And, I think back to me and the trips I got to go outside of Green Cove Springs were my coach, him taking me. And I you remember experiences,
Yes.
whether they're good or bad.
Right.
And I can tell you, like, I can paint that picture in my mind of what it was like. So, hey, kudos to you for taking
Coach.
these kids outside of Oak Leaf and allowing them to experience that beyond football. Hey, and I know you guys took part in the Jacksonville Jaguars big man competition.
Oh yes.
Tell me about that.
Oh yeah. Well, Coach, I had actually won that trophy 3 times, and I lost it last year.
Okay.
And so I had to get it back.
Yeah.
So I got with Coach Horn and Coach Michaels, and man, we practiced for it.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks to get, and the competition is wonderful, man. The big guys, they got after it, and they brought home the belt. So that brought us together because we actually trained and prepared to do it, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's nothing like that, man. Of that hey, we're going to work for this.
Yes.
And then at the end of the day, you achieve that.
Yes,
goal. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, is that not what we should be doing?
That's
Athletics?
why we're here.
That's
Yes,
exactly
sir.
right. Well, listen, again, getting it done on the field, the student athlete experience is second to none, Coach. But I know I want to go talk about what I think probably maybe get you more excited than football, and that's your number one rule.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
And that's your principle.
Love your school.
United Oak
Love
Leaf.
your school.
So, Coach, let's go talk about that.
Yes.
Clay County, we're back here with Chris Foy, the head football coach of Oak Leaf High School for the Clay County Coach of the Month. All right, Coach, we talked about the success on the football field, and we talked about the student-athlete experiences that you guys are providing here at Oak Leaf. But I want to talk about all the great things you guys are doing in the school and in the community.
Yes.
So I want to start with your number one rule.
Yes, sir.
All right, we talked about it last Friday
Love
in the
your
game of
school.
the week. Love your school.
Love your school.
And, when I see the social media posts with you guys out mulching the school, and I hear about the projects where you guys are working side by side with the custodian staff to clean stages, and I hear of the tales of you guys showing up to the volleyball games and the whole
Yes.
football team is there.
Yes.
Coach, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's like that all the way around. I mean, when you look at the softball team, they probably have the biggest supporting unit for the football team than any other team. And we kind of compete at that. But as long as God gives us gifts, not for us to keep, but to give to others. And so that's how we look at it. When you love your school, we don't have a team without a school. So if this is our home, how do you want to keep your home? I mean, one of the great things these kids, after every game on Friday night, we wake up Saturday morning to come clean up the stadium. Now, how in the world do you expect a custodian staff to take care of that size stadium with that many people? We got 100 hands to help, and so we come in and we clean up and we watch film. It's just a way not for us to we're not giving back. We're just taking care of ourselves.
That's exactly right. I've never heard anyone put it like that, but you're exactly right. Now, I have heard people say, many hands make light work.
Oh yes, it does. it might have took the custodian staff a half day to do it. We can do it in 20 minutes.
I love it, though.
Yes, 100 kids and 2 trucks, we get it done.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about your principal here. And when I mean principal, all right, I'm not talking about Matt Boyack, right? I'm talking about the principal of United Oak Leaf. And so when I hear that, and then I see that you guys are hosting youth coaching clinics, and I see that you guys are hosting youth football camps, and bringing Shaq Horniman in.
Yes.
Tell me about this principal of United Oak Leaf.
United Oak Leaf, one Oak Leaf. It's all us. It is all us. I expect to know my team 3 years from now. And I don't want any of my student athletes to encounter me for the first time they walk through these doors. This is Oak Leaf High School. It belongs to the Oak Leaf community. And while I'm the head tackle football coach at Oak Leaf, those student athletes belong to me. And so we all just we do it together. I mean, it is the community programs with the Renegades and the Knights. We always have those kids here because they'll all end up here, and that's how we look at it. We want to go get them. We want to go meet them. We want them to meet us because we want everybody to feel like they're at home when they come through these doors, because they are.
Yeah. I mean, taking care of your school, taking care of your community. I mean, when we talk about developing leaders and teaching them how to become leaders,
Yes, sir.
you know, clearly it starts with that. And,
Yes.
and as like the other two things we talked about today, sounds like you guys are knocking out of the park on far as
Thank
that.
you for having me, Coach.
Hey, listen. So let's do this. Let's go get you some swag and let's go make this thing official.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Coach. Clay County, we're back here at Oakleaf High School with Chris Floyd, the Clay County Coach of the Month. We're being joined by Principal Matt Boyack and Athletic Director Rodney DeBose. We certainly appreciate all the great things they're doing for athletics in Clay County, but specifically on the campus of Oakleaf High School. All right, Coach, for being selected as the Clay County Coach of the month of August, you're going to get this awesome bag, this swag bag provided by Chick-fil-A of Middleburg.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, you're going to get this quarter zip pulled over.
Yes.
We want to thank BSN for the apparel that they provided. You know, without those guys, this thing's not happening, right? And then also to make it official, Coach, a certificate from Mr. Boyack. Well, listen, Coach. Hey, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank
Proud of
you.
you. Keep doing great things.
Yes, sir. Thank you.